Leeds United, the Peacocks, a fallen giant of English football, some would say, having reached the European Cup final in 1975, along with winning 3 English league titles, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup and 2 Community Shields. However, the side from Elland Road have not endured a pleasant start to life in the 21st century, with financial crisis and subsequent relegations seeing Leeds drop from the Premier League, reaching as low as League One before becoming a staple of the Championship. However, form is on the rise for Leeds as they now look to be one of the early favourites to secure promotion back into the Premier League this season. We will take this form to a new level as today we rebuild Leeds United. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to one of the most highly requested rebuilds for FIFA 19 so far. It's been a long time since we even looked at Leeds, haven't touched them since FIFA 17, but today in FIFA 19 we head to the Championship for the first time this year and rebuild Leeds United. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild, however, make sure you leave a like on the video and also make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign, and finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is what the starting lineup is going to look for the first season. The positions I want to improve on, it's a pretty stacked squad, and I'm understanding why they are in such a good position to get promoted, but I feel like we still need to bring in a new starting goalkeeper, really spend a lot of money on a top quality goalkeeper, maybe in the low to mid to high 70s range, and then maybe even go for a new young right back with decent potential that can be here for the next few years. But it's going to be interesting for this Leeds rebuild. Let's get into the transfer business. So we have signed a new goalkeeper here to start things off. Zach Stefan, the American goalkeeper, joins us from the Columbus Crew in the MLS for £9.5 million, a solid pickup who I'm excited to working with for a long time throughout this rebuild. So we have signed a new right back here. Jordi Calavera will be joining us from Ibar, 4.1 million value, but we only spent 4 million on the Spanish right back. Very happy about that. Welcome to Leeds. Alright, so this is the end of the opening window. Not as much business as I generally do in a rebuild's opening window, but Stefan and Calavera into the club. We've got a pretty all-round decent side here. I definitely want to push for promotion. I accepted an offer for our right back, one of our backup right backs, whose name is escaping me right now. Apologies for my computer. That's it, Berardi. I accepted an offer for him. Hasn't gone through yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But if it doesn't, I'll see you guys on the 1st of January. There it is. It's broken down. I'll see you on January 1st. So things aren't exactly going to plan on the halfway mark. We sit in 13th position in 34 points, but it's not all doom and gloom. We need to make a push. We're not too far away. We're only, 7 points away from 6th place Stoke. If we have a good second half of the season, there's no reason why we can't be in the promotion picture, but things need to get a lot better. Our first player departure for the rebuild here, as we have sold Luke Ayling to this Turkish club. I'm not going to disrespect them by trying to pronunciate that name. I know they're from Istanbul, but we have sold him there to £3.55 million. So we have brought in a young attacking midfielder here. A lot of you guys will probably know him, but we have signed Mauro Jr. from PSV Eindhoven for £3.55 million. So a 1-for-1 here. Junior in, Ayling out. Very happy with that little piece of business. Either use him for the majority of the rebuild or sell him on for cash a little bit later on. But will this side be enough to get us into the Premier League? We are about to find out. So we have had an incredible second half of the season, and we finished 1 point behind West Brom in the promotion race. 79 points. we could have joined Middlesbrough and West Brom, or would have replaced West Brom and joined Middlesbrough as the automatic place into the Premier League, but now we go through the playoffs where we verse Swansea, Brentford and Nottingham Forest. Hopefully we can join those two sides in the Premier League next season. Let's have a look at who got relegated, however, and it is going to be Blackburn, Bolton and QPR. How about that? Burnley did go ahead and win the FA Cup, and Liverpool won the Carabao Cup. So we beat Nottingham Forest 4-1 to get to the playoff final against Swansea, and now it is the moment of truth. Will we be in the Premier League or the Championship for season number 2? Lads, we're going to be in the Championship. We lost the Championship playoff final 2-1 to Swansea City. How frustrating is that? At least it lets me know that if we buy well again next season, we are going to probably go through the automatic spots, but let's hope we can get past this little hurdle. Barcelona did win the Champions League, however, and Liverpool took down Sporting to win the Europa League. So we got very close to the goal of getting back, or one of our minor goals of getting back to the Premier League. It wasn't to be for the first season, but let's get into season 2 and rewrite our wrongs. We have signed a man with one of the more famous names in world football, Timothy Weah, coming to the club here. The American striker joins us from PSG for £4.5 million. I'm sure a lot of Leeds fans would be over the moon if this happened in real life. A player departure here. We have sold our midfielder, Eunan O'Kane, to, what club is that? Somewhere in Lanús? I don't know, is that an Argentinian side? They've signed him anyways, £960,000, I'll take it. 3 player departures here. Berardi out of the club, off to San Lorenzo for £520,000. Vernon Anita off to Sport, okay, for $610,000, and Klisch, the midfielder, off to Internacional for £2.8 million. And we have sold Pavel Chabiki off to Stoke City for £2.2 million. Another big signing deep into the transfer window here. We have signed Eder Militao, the Brazilian centre-back from Porto. We've paid £14.8 million. I am over the moon with that transfer. And we have sold another player here, Alioski, off to Brighton and Hove Albion. We have sold him there for £3.95 million. So the Macedonian left midfielder departs the club. A deadline day departure here. We have sold Stuart Dallas to Botafogo for £1 million. So a pretty busy window here. Timothy Weah and Militao into the club. O'Kane, Klisch, Anita, Berardi, Shibiki among numerous players all departing. And I mean, our squad is looking pretty nice. Will it be enough to get us promoted to the Premier League? I sure do hope so. Alright, so encouraging signs here at the halfway point of the championship season. We find ourselves equal second, but in third due to goal differential. Wolves and Preston North End ahead of us, and I know a lot of Preston fans watch the channel and want me to do a rebuild on them. Soon, lads, soon. But our goal needs to be going for a top 2 position. Hopefully we can do it, but let's see if we can add any numbers, any names to the squad in this January window to help with that goal. Financially, we did not have the means to do any business this window, which is a little frustrating, but hopefully this side here, the players can continue to grow and we can make a push for Premier League football. Get in there, fellas. We are going up to the Premier League in Season 3. We have gained automatic promotion alongside Wolves, and we will leave Brighton, Preston, Cardiff, and Norwich all to fight it out for the final spot. But we have booked our ticket there. Leeds United back to the Barclays. It's not even the Barclays anymore. Back to the English Premier League. Relegation-wise, we will be seeing Sheffield United, Scunthorpe United, and Rotherham United all down to League One. Bournemouth did go ahead and win the FA Cup. Liverpool took down Blackburn to win the Carabao Cup. Cardiff City will be joining us and Wolves in the Premier League next season after taking down Brighton. Liverpool, they have won the Champions League 2-0 over Inter Milan, and AS Monaco have taken down Sporting to win the Europa League. So, I'm over the moon with how we have performed in this second season. Now the main goal needs to be survival in the Premier League. We've built the foundations. Let's continue to build the structure. Let's go into Season 3 with Leeds. So Season 3 starts with a player departure. Kemar Roofe is off to Levante for £7.6 million. And our opening signing as a newly promoted club sees us bring in Jan Fiat Arp from Hamburg. We sign the German striker for £17 million. I mean, already 76 overall at 20 years of age. This guy could well and truly be our striker for the remainder of the rebuild, dependent on how long it takes us. And we have signed a new left back here, Marcelo Ceracchi, joining us from Leipzig, £14 million valuation. We have signed the Uruguayan for £19.1 million. Welcome to Leeds United. Another signing here. I've changed the formation to a 4-2-2 now, so we needed to bring in a new defensive midfielder. We have signed Sander Berge, the Norwegian defensive midfielder from Genk, for £15.3 million. So we've definitely signalled our intent to survive relegation in the Premier League with Arp, Ceracchi and Berge all coming into the side, Kemar Roofe out of it. This is what our side looks like. Will it be enough to survive relegation? I don't know. I certainly hope so, but we're about to find out how we're going halfway through the season. So here we are at the halfway mark, well and truly in the relegation battle. We sit in the relegation zone on 16 points with Fulham and Leicester City, Watford, West Ham, Huddersfield, these sort of sides right near us, but we need to hope we have a good second half of the season to climb more up or climb higher up the Premier League table and hopefully avoid relegation. Spurs crushing the league at the moment. So this might seem a little bit weird. We didn't really have enough money to sign anybody that could make a big difference to the squad here and now, but I'm going to make my first signing of the rebuild, and funnily enough, my first pre-contract signing of the entirety of FIFA 19. It's going to be Victor Lindelof. The man from Manchester United jumps ship to one of their biggest rivals, Leeds United, joining us next season on a free transfer. That is a fantastic pickup. So yeah, not too much business that could have been done. Lindelof in next season. We've got to make sure though that Lindelof is joining us at Elland Road or Eland Road, or however you pronounce it, as a Premier League club, not a Championship club. Let's make sure we don't get relegated. Let's survive our first season in the Premier League with Leeds United. Yes, get in there. 1 point survival. Cardiff City, who were very close to us before, have thankfully gone a lot worse than we have. I mean, we've got a lot of draws in the second half of the season, but Leicester City, Fulham and Cardiff City all relegated. We survived by 1 point with Huddersfield, West Ham, Watford, Bournemouth, all these sides very close as well. But thank God we stay up for season number 4. Only just. Spurs absolutely destroy the league. They were very close to the Centurion season there, but no real surprises with that side of the table. I'm just happy we survived. Burnley did go on to win the FA Cup. Manchester United beat Brentford to win the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid win the Champions League final. And Man City win an all-English Europa League final. So I mean, our goal for this third season was to survive in the Premier League. We have done that by the skin of our teeth. We didn't even reach the 40-point mark, but we need to be a lot better next season. Let's get in to Season 4 with Leeds United. So Season 4 begins with us selling Jamal Blackman to Fenerbahce for £2.85 million. And Liam Cooper has made the move to Bologna for £4.5 million. And another one of our players departs the club as Boy is making the move to Montpellier. Selling a lot of our older players as Janssen is off to Celta Vigo for £8.3 million and Samu Says is off to Swansea City for £7.7 million. A massive signing, a signing like we have not seen in today's rebuild. We have brought in Rodri from Atletico Madrid, and look at that, £52.4 million, 87 rated, by far the biggest player we've brought into the side so far. We have spent virtually our whole entire transfer budget on this man, but I am over the moon with this signing. And we have sold Heidi Sacco to Trabzonspor for £1.85 million. So 2 player departures here. The first one to talk about is a big one. Patrick Bamford off to Crystal Palace for £8.5 million. And then a somewhat smaller one, Barry Douglas off for a bit of a German adventure here, off to Cologne for £2.45 million. And we have decided to sign a new reserve centre-back, a backup centre-back. It is Boubacar Kamara, who is coming from Marseille for £13 million. So it has been a very busy window here. Only 2 players in, Rodri and Kamara. A lot of money spent, but a lot of players out. Will it be enough to see us survive another season in the Premier League? I sure do hope so. Our squad is coming along nicely, but we'll check in on the 1st of January. So here we are at the halfway point with almost as many points as we finished last season with. We're on 32 points in 6th position, and this season changes its objective from a mid-table potential finish and relegation battle to technically a title race. I mean, we're only 5 points behind Arsenal. Do I think we can win the title? No, I don't. Do I think we can push for top 4? Yes, I do. It's going to be interesting, but I don't know. I hope we can get top 4. That'd be interesting to see if we're playing Champions League football in Season 5. Unfortunately, we can't sign any players to give us a better shot of top 4 football. It is what it is. Will this side take us to the promised land of the Champions League? We'll find out right about now. So we have stayed in the Champions League picture, but unfortunately we have fallen short of our objective. We fall 3 points behind Spurs. We end up finishing in 7th position. Very, very close race. Definitely want to be pushing for that mark next season, but Liverpool winning the Premier League, and then City, United and Spurs joining them in the Champions League. We might be playing Europa League, maybe qualification, but in the relegation race, it was Brighton, Bournemouth and Stoke all going down. Everton did go ahead and win the FA Cup. Stoke City won the Carabao Cup. Manchester United win the Champions League final against Real Madrid. And Inter Milan take down Real Betis to win the Europa League. So that is Season 4 done and dusted. Our 2nd season in the Premier League, definitely a lot more successful. Season 5 now, let's move on and let's take this Leeds side to the next level. And we have signed a massive attacking midfielder here. Someone that, in all honesty, I didn't even know existed until I signed him in this rebuild. He's a pretty big player in this rebuild, Ante Koric. We've signed him from Werder Bremen for £52.6 million. 86 rated Croatian midfielder. I don't know how I haven't heard of this bloke before, but he's a massive pickup and I'm excited to see what he can do at Leeds United. And we have sold Lorenz de Bock to Eibar for £3.4 million. And Adam Forshaw is off to Red Bull Salzburg for £3.1 million. So this window really felt like quality over quantity. We brought in Koric, we got rid of de Bock and Forshaw, but overall our side is really starting to come together. I feel like we can definitely start to think about qualification to the Champions League, and then after that, I don't feel like if we, let's say for example, if we get there next season, I don't think we can win the Champions League next season, but I feel like it's going to be the type of rebuild where it's kind of every season we're slowly but surely improving, and it's going to be a really satisfying payoff when we eventually do complete the rebuild. But let's see if I can put that theory to test. And let's see how the season's going halfway through it. How in the world are we sitting in 13th position? Something has not gone right. We need to start turning these draws into wins. Thankfully, top 4 is still on the cards. We're only 10 points behind, but oh my. I thought we'd be top 4 chasing, not relegation battling. Thankfully, actually no, we're closer to the relegation zone than we are the top 4. Alright, that's not good. So I am making another pre-contract signing here, and it's a big one. Thomas Lemar will be joining us next season from Atletico Madrid. I am going to be playing him as a central attacking midfielder next season on the left-hand side to partner up with that man there, Ante Coric. But anyways, welcome in season number 6 to Leeds United, Thomas Lemar. So I'm pretty excited to have Lemar coming to the club next season. We couldn't do too much business this window, generally the case when we spend big money in the opening window, but this side really starting to come together. See what we have to do next season, but hopefully we can sneak into the Champions League at the end of this season. I know we've had a pretty good January in terms of results. I just want to quickly, normally I go straight into it, but yeah, as you can see there, 7 points behind Wolves, definitely still in the top 4 race, I guess. Liverpool's on 40 points, so good run of form. We could make it Champions League for next season, but we will find out how we go. So, yeah, we finished in 7th position again. Definitely salvaged the season somewhat, but I mean, I really wanted to be pushing for Champions League this season. With Lemar coming in for next season, and then probably another signing or two, another big signing or two I'm talking about, definitely think next season will be the one where we make the push, or we finally qualify for Champions League, but a little bit disappointing finishing in 7th. Man City win the league, Everton in 2nd. I found Everton are really good in FIFA 19 in terms of simulations. And then Newcastle United, Swansea City and Cardiff City all down to the Championship. Oh, okay. We won the FA Cup. How good's that? We take down Newcastle United to win the FA Cup, meaning I believe we play Europa League football now for certain. Or do we play Champions League football now? I'll have to get back to you on that one. Tottenham did win the Carabao Cup, however. Liverpool win yet another Champions League title in today's rebuild. And Tottenham, they win the Europa League. So that's season 5 with Leeds done and dusted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed with our progress. But season 6 hopefully will be the step we take to getting Champions League football and really starting a new era of the Leeds rebuild. So we begin season number 6, upgrading at the goalkeeper position. That kit should be Premier League, but it's okay. Andre Lunin has signed from Tottenham for £53.4 million. Ukrainian goalkeeper. Never really heard of him, but he looks like an absolute freak in this game. A player departure here. We have sold Lewis Baker to Napoli for £13.1 million. Been with us since the start of the rebuild, but it's time to move on. And another player departure, as we have sold Malik Wilks to Red Bull Salzburg for £6.8 million. 2 player departures here. Number 1 is a big one. Zach Steffen, one of our earliest signings, has made the move to West Bromwich Albion. The American goalkeeper heads there for £34.7 million. And then a little bit of a lesser one, but still a significant one. Jack Clark is heading to Cardiff City. Decently rated, but we're going to sell him for £5.8 million. A new striker signing here, as we bring in Lautaro Martinez from PSG. Splash the cash on the Argentinian. £63 million, but I feel like he is going to be worth every single penny. And we have shifted on Mauro Jr. to Inter Milan for £15.9 million. So again, a very busy window here. New goalkeeper, new striker, Lunin and Martinez in. Pretty excited to see what we can do now. I've lost track, there we are. And £76 million worth of departures as well. Surely this is the year where we make a run for Champions League football, because I feel like our side is very, very close to being genuine Champions League contenders, but I'll check in with you guys at the halfway point of the season. And when I say Champions League contenders, I don't mean qualifying, I mean the whole damn thing. Alright, so we are definitely in line for our goal at the moment. Halfway through the season, we sit in 4th position, 32 points, definitely not comfortable. Definitely need to start converting draws into wins, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. Chelsea leading the league at the moment. And wow, Man City's in big trouble along with Leicester, who have just come back up. And then Wolves, Fulham and Brighton all struggling as well. So we have sold Victor Lindelof to Lazio. The Swedish centre-back heads there. I know you can't see it, but we have sold him there for £22.8 million. And another player departure here as Tyler Roberts is making the move to Everton for £25.7 million. So we have splashed the cash here. You guys can already recognise that name, but it is Jonathan Tah coming from Manchester United to Leeds United, £60.8 million. The second time in today's rebuild, we have taken a star centre-back, or a decent centre-back. I wouldn't say Lindelof is a star centre-back for United, but we've brought in another Manchester United centre-back, and this one is a big one. Welcome to Leeds United. So a pretty active window when we're concerning with January. We've brought in Jonathan Tah, we've sold Lindelof and Roberts, and I mean, if we don't qualify for Champions League this season, there is something wrong with the simulation season. We'll be unlucky not to. Let's see how we're going at the end of season number 6. I almost lost count. Finally, we've made the Champions League. We finish in 3rd position, but oh, look, I've just noticed we only lost 3 games all season, but my god, 16 draws. We would have wiped the floor in the Premier League season if we converted those goddamn draws into wins. 3rd place should have been 1st, really. Need to stop getting draws. But it's okay. We finish in 3rd. We qualify for the Champions League next season as West Ham United, Stoke City and Brighton are all relegated. Man City had an absolute shocker as well. We did win the Community Shield earlier this season on penalties against Manchester City. Manchester United beat Colchester United. Funny result that, or funny opponent, in the FA Cup final. Everton beat Wolves on penalties to win the Carabao Cup. Barcelona beat Schalke to win the Champions League. Interested to see how we're going to go next season. And we lost the Europa League final 2-1 to Manchester United, our rivals. That one is that's a real bad loss. That losing any final would be bad, but especially to Manchester United in the Europa League final. Oh wow. So I mean, of course it really hurts. I'm sure you Leeds fans aren't happy with the fact that we lost to United in the Europa League final, but the fact we got there is definitely an encouraging sign, and the fact we made the Champions League is an encouraging sign, and Jose Mourinho being manager of the month, given what's happening in real life, is a pretty funny sign. But anyways, we finish off this season in positive spirits, hoping for glory next season. We are going for it this season, lads. We are definitely stopping at no expenses. Naby Keita joining us from Liverpool again. I'm making a lot of controversial signings in terms of the clubs that I'm sourcing my players from, especially Manchester United, a little bit here from Liverpool, but Naby Keita helping us out a lot. £70 million spent on the Guinean midfielder. Apologies if I have pronunciated that nation wrong, but a big signing. Welcome to Leeds. A big signing here at the right back position. We have signed Alvaro Odriozola. Originally at Real Madrid, we have brought him in from Chelsea in this series. £48 million, a big right back signing. And I mean, our squad would be looking tip top. I mean, I said earlier that I thought we would probably just slowly make our way through the Champions League, but honestly, we could do the whole thing this season, couldn't we? We really could. It wouldn't surprise me, but let's keep seeing what more business we can do. So I was looking around at our squad, and the only real vulnerability that I saw was in our backup goalkeeper stocks. We really had nobody there in case our current Ukrainian goalkeeper got injured, so I thought, let's go for someone that can, number one, weaken a rival, but number two, or probably the other way around, number one, make us stronger if we get injuries, make us covered, and number two, weaken a rival. So we brought in Ruben Blanco from Tottenham for £29.7 million. So we spent a lot of money in this window and didn't get a single cent back, but I'm fine with that because I have assembled a very good side here. We have got Naby Keita, Odriozola, and Blanco into the side following this window, and I mean, look at that starting 11. Arthur Militao still with a lot of room to grow. I mean, I can't really think of any reason, barring an incredibly unlucky run or group stage or injuries, why we couldn't go very, very deep this season. But actually, I'm going to have a look now. Instead of going before the first game, let's have a look at our Champions League draw right now. So, it doesn't let me look at the moment. It might pop up in a second. So I thought it was going to have the cool little cutscene, but we have Borussia Dortmund, Benfica, and Spartak Moscow are part of our Champions League group. So yeah, there's the actual group stage. There's the graphic of it. An interesting group. Gonna be interesting to see how we go. I would like to hope that we would top it or at least qualify, but we'll find out in 3, 2, 1. So ourselves and Borussia Dortmund have absolutely wiped the floor in the group. We finished top on 15 points, 5 wins, no draws, 1 loss. We're through to the round of 16, which is good, but let's take a look at who we're going to be versing in the round of 16. We're going to be facing Bayern Munich, which, I mean, isn't a very fortunate draw. We could have had teams like Salzburg, Wolfsburg, I guess. There's a lot of good teams in here, but Bayern Munich is definitely not a fortunate draw. And obviously, it goes without saying, our goal needs to be qualification to the Champions League every season in terms of our Premier League results. At the moment, we're not meeting up to that goal. However, we have a lot of opportunities and still half a season to get there. We're only 2 points behind 4th place Man City. We pull our act together a little bit more in the second half of the season, and there's no reason why not. No real need to explain why we haven't done any business in this window. The squad is stacked. We don't have any more money this season, so let's see if this squad can get us a rebuild completed. Let's take on Bayern Munich and hopefully take the first steps in winning the rebuild with Leeds United. Alright, so the away leg first. I'm a big fan of that. We're traveling to the Allianz Arena. It's a big, big test. I'm very nervous because we're either going to go out in the round of 16 or really set ourselves up to go deep. And I mean, that helps us a lot. Thomas Lemar getting us an away goal, a penalty in the 12th minute. That is a perfect start, but Serge Gnabry is going to equalise there for Bayern Munich. Manuel Neuer still playing. I can't imagine he would still be in the 90s when we're so deep into the rebuild. Lanzini putting Bayern Munich in front. Martinez, though, getting us another away goal. 2-2 here at the moment. We are definitely in the driver's seat. 2 away goals helps. We need to keep a clean sheet in the second leg and we'll go through, but that's easier said than done. Alright, leg number 2. At home now. Can we get ourselves through to the quarterfinals with a lot of confidence? An early goal for us would be great, but if Bayern Munich score, okay, an early goal for us, but they score, that's not good. We get another goal. Bayern Munich need to score, but if they score, they'll wipe out our away goal. Martinez, 3-1. Alright, we're in a good position. Lunin does get injured, but stays on. Weyer makes it 4-1. We're going to be going through 5-1 now. Oh my god. I did not expect us to do that well. What's that? Is that 7-3? 7-3 on aggregate. We have destroyed Bayern Munich there. And I mean, just as well, I brought Ruben Blanco into the club because Lunin is out with a broken ankle for 7 weeks. Alright, we got past Bayern Munich, and now we have to face another top club. It is Juventus. A lot of big games here, I guess. I mean, we've got an El Clasico at the top there, but Juventus in the quarterfinals, can we get past them? I certainly have confidence after taking down Bayern Munich, but I'm not 100% certain whether we will have Lunin or not. Alright, so Lunin does have the bandage sign, but we'll rock him anyways. We'll give him a go, give him the benefit of the doubt for the away leg here. Knowing my luck, we'll probably concede 6 or 7 like Bayern Munich did against us. They've got Dele Alli. Dybala would be a freak as well at the moment, so would Perrin. Emre Can gets red carded though, which is good, and Lemar gets an away goal. I'm losing my mind. Bailey makes it 1-1 though. Bailey gets subbed off for Diaz. They've got a very good side though, Juve. Koric gets us another goal though. Okay, Ante Koric makes it 2-1. We've got the advantage at the moment. Okay. I'm a little bit blown away, I'm a little bit taken back. We're 2-1 up with 2 away goals. Alright, time for the home leg now. 2-1 up, full strength starting 11 again. An early goal would be incredible, but a clean sheet gets us through. A 1-0 loss gets us through. We just can't concede two, really. So, if it stays like this, I'm happy. Naby Keita makes it 3-1 for us. Keep it like this. No suspensions, no injuries, no bombardment of away goals for Juventus, and then we will be heading through to the semi-finals. Jonathan Tah with the yellow card. Leon Bailey gets them a goal back. Oh no, if they score here, we go to extra time. Thankfully, they do not. We're through to the semi-finals. Hopefully Jonathan Tah is not suspended, but we're through. So we are facing Red Bull Leipzig in the semi-finals. I don't think I've versed Leipzig all FIFA 19 so far, so definitely an interesting opponent to be coming up against. And in all honesty, I really don't know what to expect. We've got one of their former players in Naby Keita, but they obviously would have built themselves a good side so far. It's going to be interesting. The other one is an all-Spanish affair, so hopefully we get the opportunity to face either Barcelona or Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final, but we've got to take down Leipzig first. Alright, so a bit of a change of pace as well as we face them at home for the first leg here. Got pretty lucky where we've had the away leg first up, which I genuinely enjoy a lot more. Who have they brought in? They got Conti and Mikili. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's very good. They get an away goal though through Harrislin, and we get a goal back through Martinez. They've got a decent side, but nothing groundbreaking. I'm assuming they got a few regen players in there. All that. Weah does come off the bench for up and make it 2-1 in our favour. They bring on Bruma. Still 2-1 in our favour. Can we get a third goal late on here? Bruma misses a big penalty, which is very, very good to see. And we are 2-1 up heading into the away leg. Alright. It's the Champions League semi-finals, and it's the second leg. We're taking on Red Bull Leipzig here, away from home, travelling to Germany, travelling to Leipzig. One big performance away from heading to the Champions League final. They are going to be in the driver's seat though. Okay, now we are in the driver's seat again. We maintain our 1-goal advantage, but most importantly, we wipe out Leipzig's away goal. So they need to go 2-1 up here if they want to send it to extra time. But Rodri scoring another away goal is going to help us. Lamar getting another goal there. We're in an awesome position, and we're going to find ourselves going through to the Champions League final. Honestly, these simulations, we have been a lot more dominant than I expected, and I am over the moon with that. Champions League final to take on either Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. Get in there, Leeds. So we will be facing Atletico Madrid at the Promised Land. The Champions League final, 31st of May, 2025. Can we get Leeds United a Champions League title, or will we get another loss in a final? Atletico Madrid did take down Barcelona 3-2 in the semis, and they took down Dortmund 6-1 on aggregate in the quarters, and Lyon 3-0 in the round of 16. So they've had a pretty seamless run to the final. We've had a pretty strong run to the final as well, facing some big sides, but getting the job done. Over the moon with how we've actually progressed, but Champions League final, can we close it out? Quickly though, we have to look at a few of the other competitions. Stade Rennais from France did go ahead and win the Europa League, and Manchester City only narrowly winning the Premier League title ahead of us. We finish in second position, which is a big sigh of relief, because that means we're going to be playing Champions League football in season number 8 if we don't beat Atletico Madrid tonight. So we'll be in the Champions League next season. Nottingham Forest, West Brom and Swansea City, however, will not be playing Premier League football at all next season. Southampton did beat their parent club, or I mean Liverpool. Southampton beat Liverpool, don't get it twisted. They beat them in the FA Cup final. Manchester City beat West Ham to win the Carabao Cup. And yeah, let's take a look at our squad report. So hopefully, as I always say, it's hopefully going to be the last time we look at the squad report this season. And I mean, we're so deep into the save that a lot of our players have reached their peaks or are about to hit the 30-year-old mark. I'm actually interested to see, has Naby Keita hit 30 yet? Because he was someone that I kind of rolled the dice on. Yeah, he has. So if I don't win this season, might have to look at shifting on Naby Keita before he drops too much. No! Courage, is he out? Oh no, is that because I put a no transfer list on him? I hope he's not out. but that would be a big blow. Up didn't grow as much as I thought he would this season. He's got 89 potential, so he really hasn't grown that much this season. Maybe we get another shot with him next season. But let's get into the Champions League final here. It is going to be Leeds United versus Atletico Madrid.
It's haunting, I feel you. Would you like me if I got prettier? I can jog, I'll get my skinnier. I'll take class to be the smartest one. I'll put out to get your attention. If I try, you're like, don't talk to me.
The year is 2025. And it has been exactly 50 years since Leeds were last in a European Cup final. Let's get a better result this time, fellas. Lautaro Martinez, Sarachi. Going back, Lautaro Martinez. Oh, they've closed down our space nicely. Let's go for a long shot with Keita. It was worth a go. They're on the attack here, Atletico Madrid. Somehow finding them back. We've lost our shape. I need to get my shape back. But they get a shot off. Good save, Lunin. Coman first to it, in there. Get rid of it. Good stuff. Good stuff, Keita. Got a little bit lucky with the body positioning, but we're through here. I see you at the back post. Get in there. Oh, I tried to drag it in, but he's missed it. You're kidding me, Rodrigo. Rodri, I thought he had it. Oh, what the bloody hell. Inches away. They're on the attack here. Mbolo coming through, crosses it. They're going to win the header and they're going to score that. How the bloody hell has he scored that header? Honestly, we shouldn't have given him that positioning, but I want to see a replay. His body wasn't even facing the correct way and he's found the back of the net there, celebrating in front of our fans as well. That's a real tit move, but I want to see the replay of this. Honestly, how has he got that one in? I swear conceding headers are like conceding penalties in FIFA 19. I mean, I tried to close it down there. Not even facing the right way of the ball. The way he made the contact makes sense, but he didn't even know where the ball was. He didn't look at the ball. FIFA 19, honestly. And we need to try getting a goal back before half-time here. We need to get into our routine. Rodri feeds through Lamar. Probably could have held onto it for a little bit longer. Lamar, though, crossing this one in here. Lautaro Martinez, the bicycle, straight at Oblak. We get the corner out of it. We need to make the most of this corner. I wanted that man to come short there. I wanted 18 to come short. We're going to try putting it in anyways. It's going to go. Rodri, it floats up. Rodri gets the equaliser. What did I say? Corners and headers are like penalties at the moment. And Rodri shows exactly why. That is 1-1. And that is the perfect response. 2 headed goals, both ends of the field in less than 10 minutes. Look at this on the replay. Perfect cross. Exactly the positioning I wanted. And he flicks that one home. Scoring with your head is easier than scoring a one-on-one at the moment.
3 minutes.
Nicely done. Win that header. Nicely done again. Nice touch from up. Gonna go over the top. Don't tell me. Lamar hits it on the angle. That was a terrible finish. I suck at finishing in this game. Alright, are we going to get a taste of our own medicine? They've got a corner here, Atletico Madrid. Fernandez in, thankfully puts it deep. They win the header, but it's over. Pellegrini, the man who scored their first goal, going through here, nicely read from Tar. Now we might be able to hit him on the counter-attack. Naby Keita, feeding it out there to Ante Koric. The Croatian midfielder holding it up nicely. Going to Martinez. Could have gone for a shot, but we see the opening. Lamar blocked. Come on, win the header. Win the header. He's off the line. He's off the line. Punched away. Ah, oh, fuck. Now they're on the counter. Damn it. They're on the counter here. We've got numbers back, thankfully, so we can commit with Tar. Puts the cross in. No. You are kidding me. You are kidding me. Saul has absolutely destroyed us there. Wow. Okay, we went from scoring on the counter-attack to them scoring on the counter-attack, and we are behind again. Wow. That's frustrating. I honestly don't know what I did wrong there. I should have probably closed down a little bit more with Tar, but I thought we had it sorted. It's headed right to the foot of Saul. I couldn't react to that, but oh my god, what a finish on the half volley. Last 15 minutes of the game. They're through here. No! How? How does he get that much fucking space? What is our defense doing there? Honestly, what are our centre-backs doing? I'm not controlling them. They just go on a little wander. Great run from Mbolo. Great ball. But what are our... who is number 4? And what is he doing? Track your man, for God's sakes. Track your bloody man. He just watches him. Odriozola. This game. Come on, win that ball back. It's not going to happen. Their time's going to run out. We're going to lose our first rebuild of FIFA 19. Atletico Madrid win the Champions League. Leeds United suffer a second Champions League final loss. And honestly, we deserve to lose that final in certain aspects. Atletico Madrid just too good for us. And we're going to have to go to at least another season. Very frustrating. Damn it, lads. We have spared no expenses here. We have brought in Matthias de Ligt, one of the best centre-backs in the world at the moment. A lot of time for him to grow still. 89 overall, and we've spent £70 million bringing the Dutch centre-back in from Wolfsburg. So welcome to Leeds United, Matthias de Ligt. Again, I continue the trend of bringing in players from Manchester United. Marcus Rashford joining us here as our new striker. Obviously in FIFA 19 his designated position is left wing, but you can also play him in the striker role. So we'll probably make him our starting striker with Lautaro Martinez and then get Arp and Weah on the bench and reserves. I'm really just going to stack this squad up to make sure we definitely win the Champions League this season. So we spend £150 million to really set ourselves up for another good run at the Champions League. Matthias de Ligt and Marcus Rashford into the club. Nobody out of it. I mean, surely we're going to be going back to the Champions League final. Surely. Alright, let's go check out the group. Imagine if we got eliminated in the group. I would cry. So we're in Group D of the Champions League once again, but it's a much more difficult road to the knockout rounds. We've got AC Milan, Bayern Munich, and Spartak Moscow. The little joke I made a couple of seconds ago about being embarrassed if I got eliminated in the group stages might actually come to reality. Wouldn't that be something? Let's go find out our fate. Alright, so we did pretty well. I just realised how bad Bayern Munich finished bottom of our group. Oh my god, okay. They're not as good as I thought they were. It's ourselves and AC Milan cruising through to get to the knockout rounds. And then in the round of 16, we're facing Stade Rennais. So the Europa League winners from last season. Not too bad at all. Pretty interesting bunch of teams left this season. No Atletico... Oh, there they are. Atletico Madrid's there. So, interesting. Let's see how we go in a bit. But checking on the Premier League standings halfway through the season, we sit in first position. Again, need to get those draws into wins. We'd be cruising if we did. Again, we just need to make sure we win the Premier League or finish top 4 at least. So if we don't win this season somehow, we get to go again in season number 9. No real surprise to see us not doing any business in this window. We got so close last season and we've only improved. You can probably tell by my voice, I'm so stressed and I'm so tired. I've been recording since 6 o'clock this morning and it's now 6 o'clock tonight. Come on. Alright fellas, it is time for the first leg of the round of 16 against Stade Rennais. We need to get ourselves back to the final like we did last season. They've got a good side. We get a goal in the 6th minute though. Marcus Rashford getting a valuable away goal. But they have Isaac, Berkey, Nagy as well, Saar. They've got a few decent players. Alexandro and Walker Peters on the bench. But I'm happy to be 1-0 up at the moment. Can we get another away goal? Up gets a second away goal but picks up a slight little injury. Hopefully it's not a bad one. 2-0 up though. Saar gets a goal back for them, but we have 2 away goals. Here's to hoping Arp is not super injured. Alright, so it's time for the home leg now. As you can see on the right there, no Jonathan Tah for this leg. Only out for 7 days, but Militao, the man that was in the final with us last season, is going to be starting at centre-back. We do. Okay. Oh, okay. That's gonna hurt us. They get... Okay, Corrick gets us back. So we're, what, 4-2 up, but they cancelled out one of our away goals. We're still 4-2 up, though. This is good. Keep it this way. No injuries. Hopefully Kaita isn't suspended for the quarterfinals, because I'm pretty confident we're going to get there now. Corrick gets another goal. Man's been on fire this season. 3-1, 5-2, quarterfinal bound. So, every team remaining in the tournament is a goddamn good side. We've been drawn up against PSG for the quarterfinals of the Champions League, however. Can we take the side from France down and get through the quarters? That is the big question. So we've got the first leg up here, and it is the home leg. We've got Jonathan Tah back. Hopefully there is no Neymar or Mbappe. They've got Mbappe, they've got Paul Pogba, but we get the opening goal. Martinez making it 1-0. They've got a very good side here, PSG. Areola, Marquinhos, Luke Shaw, Julian Weigl. Very good side. 1-1, Mbappe getting an away goal there for PSG, which is not good. I'm a little bit nervous about the last 20 minutes here, and definitely about the second leg. Is it going to stay 1-1? It is. 1-1 with PSG having the away goal advantage isn't a good situation. Alright, the away leg coming up now at the Parc des Princes. The last time Leeds, well, except for the Atletico Madrid game, but the final that Leeds lost in 1975 was at the Parc des Princes, but it's good at the moment. We cancel out Mbappe's away goal and we get the lead now. Martinez, 2-0 up, perfect start. PSG need 3 goals now in the last half an hour. How good is this? No injuries, no suspensions. Odriozola 3-0. We're going to the semi-finals. What a performance. Wow. I was not expecting us to do that well. 3-0 and we're through to the semis. It is an all-English affair for the Champions League semi-finals. We are facing Chelsea, hoping to get ourselves back to the promised land, back to the Champions League final. And honestly, looking at the other semi-final, there is a decent chance that we might be versing Atletico Madrid for the second straight year and trying to get our revenge. But we can't think too far ahead. Chelsea are a good side. We need to make sure we take them down. Alright, so we have the home leg up first, which again, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of. I already know that Chelsea have Ousmane Dembele, given by the little news segment that was shown there. Yeah, they do. What a start! Ante Coric making it 1-0. Why are they not playing Kepa either? He's on the bench. He would be like 92 rated at this point. They've got a very good side. Silva, Milinkovic, Savic, Christensen, Tielemans. But we are 1-0 up at the moment. I'm a big fan of that. Let's see if we can get another goal. Let's just not concede in the last 10 minutes. Naby Keita, you are my hero. 2-0 in the first leg. Get in there. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 up, heading into the second leg here. An away goal would be an absolute blessing for us. And we need to make sure that we get no injuries and no suspensions. That is not a good start at all. A yellow card for Rodri, but most importantly, a goal to Chelsea and Yuri Tielemans. Martinez gets us an away goal. That is big. That is huge. So now we are 3-2 up, but we have an away goal. Come on. 10 minutes to go. Surely. Surely. Yes! Ante Coric. Who else but Ante Coric getting us a goal that is going to send us to the Champions League final. A 2-1 result away at Chelsea. And now we find out, I'll be facing Atletico Madrid again or Juventus. So we do not get our opportunity to get revenge on Atletico Madrid. They were eliminated in the semi-finals by Juventus. 1-0 in the second leg. But we are facing Juventus in the 2026 Champions League final. Will this be the year that we finally win it with Leeds, or will we have to fight again next season? Of course, we're going to take a quick look at the other results from other competitions. Liverpool, yet another European trophy in this rebuild. This time it is the Europa League. And quite a disappointing season in the Premier League. If we don't win tonight, we don't get another opportunity until season number 10 at the earliest. So, yeah, we finished in 6th position. That is not good. Man City winning the league, and then who got relegated? Huddersfield, Stoke and Brighton. And unfortunately we lost the FA Cup final 2-1 to Manchester United. Manchester United also won the Carabao Cup, so good season for them. I'm going to breeze through the squad report here. Of course, we all got to look at it last season. I'm actually pretty happy that some of our players have not grown or have not gone down ridiculously. I mean, I thought that Naby Keita was going to go down heaps, but he's 31 and still 88 rated. But surely this is the season that we complete the rebuild with Leeds. Chance number 2. Let's hope we can do it. We stumbled at the final hurdle last season. Let's rewrite our wrongs and win the Champions League. Alright, we've got a free kick here, 23 yards out. Thomas Lemar. He's going to hit this one. Lemar hits it. Oh, almost snuck that one into the top corner. I want to see a reverse angle of this one. This will be a good opportunity or a good angle. Just got to get a little bit more down on the power, but I had the curve all figured out. Pavon running down the line. Jonathan Tah's header goes right there to them. We're sitting too far deep with our players, but we've got to stop the cross coming in. Win that! Oh my god. No, win that. Oh my god. What is happening? Absolute shambles. Here we go. Oh, we're going to feed him through. Nice ball there. Great run from Marcus Rashford. Poor little angle, but he's got it here. Takes the shot, strike right at Perrin, and we're going to get a corner. Alright, so another corner here. It's going to come in. Lemar. Putting that one in there. Jonathan Tah, the header, off the line. Oh, Jonathan Tah can't win the 50-50. All right, we've got a corner. Didn't even want that man to go short, but we'll whip it in anyways. Lemar going in there. Went for the bicycle. Naby Keita. Long shot. Oh, I thought he scored it. Pavon getting past Sarachi. Into stoppage time here from the first half. Can't let him get a shot off. We're trying to jockey here with Naby Keita. Hits the post. Oh my god, this is too close for comfort. It's a ball and a half. What is it with the AI balls this year? Great cross as well. Punched away from Lunan. We need to win the ball back here now. It goes through. We're trying to get back. Corentin Tolisso hitting the crossbar there. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is not going well. But now we're on the counter. Over the top to Marcus Rashford. I've literally lined up to come on for him. But it's a cross. It's a header. It's a goal. Oh, Lautaro Martinez. They hit the crossbar up the other end. And now we score on the counter attack. And we have the lead in the Champions League final. Ball and a half from Marcus Rashford. Great header from Lautaro Martinez. And we take the lead with 20 minutes on the clock in the Champions League final. I've literally queued up Marcus Rashford to be subbed off and to bring on up. That is huge. Juve on the attack here. Final stages. Win that header. No! Oh, just over the top. Thank the Lord. Oh, it falls perfectly there to Koric. Holds it up and goes to Odriozola. We don't want him too high up the field in case of a counter attack. We're going to come here through. Up with the fresh legs. Oh, look at the opening. I didn't even see that. Lemar to finish it. Champions League glory is surely now coming to Leeds United. Thomas Lemar. Beautiful space being made. I didn't even notice him there until the final stages. Lovely finish. I've really struggled to finish one-on-one this year. I mean, look at that. We held it up perfectly with Arp. A little how do you do. Lovely finish into the side netting. And surely that is going to be the Champions League final secured for Leeds United. Nicely done, Naby Keita. We're going to go early to Lamar. A third goal would close things out here. We're into stoppage time anyways. Rodri going to Lamar. Going here. We're going to go back. Naby Keita. First time shot. The ball kept rising. But surely that is going to be... Oh, it took a deflection. Okay, we got another opportunity here. Let's try going for the third goal. Lamar in. The header comes down. Kamara, the centre back. Going there to Rodri. Touch. Finesse. Straight into the gloves of Perrin. But it won't matter. The full-time whistle is about to blow. There it is. After 8 grueling seasons, we win the Leeds United rebuild. Champions League glory coming to Leeds. Fellas, one of the toughest rebuilds we have done in a long time, but if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. I hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy the celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
We don't have to stay alone. So brother, sister, can you see our light guide us home? We'll paint the sky with our energy, so they can see us from outer space. Through the dark we will radiate. They're gonna see us from outer space. All the faces in this ocean come together, making memories in motion. We're the traces of the chosen. Let's come together with a heart wide open. A generation of renegades. We don't have to stay alone. So brother, sister, find your spaceship and let it take